Hey guys, and welcome to my next video. Today we're going to look at the transfer targets for my Ipswich career. And the starting lineup I'm going to start. In goal, we'll have Bielkowski. That's only because he seems to be the preferred one in real life. And a lot of people prefer him on FIFA. At right back, we'll have Luke Chambers for a little while. A lot of people don't like Luke Chambers because he hasn't been great recently, but I think he's a really good player, and obviously because I can't find another captain in this team, I'm going to start Luke Chambers until I can find another captain. Tommy Smith will be my vice captain. He's a really good centre half. A lot of people have had criticism over him the past few years, but in the year when they got into the playoffs, Tommy Smith was great. And I think at the start of the season he was really unfairly dropped. Christoph Berra, really good centre half. And I'm not surprised he normally plays for Scotland because he's a really good player. And he can score a lot of goals as well, Christoph Berra. Now I'm going to look into my first transfer target, which is Tyrone Mings. It hasn't worked out for him at Bournemouth because of his injury, but I'd quite like to bring him back here and try and see how he does. My second transfer target, and probably my main one, Ryan Fraser. He started well for Bournemouth this year, and I think he was Ipswich's best player last year when fit. Goose. Obviously uses that defensive shield, like your Eric Dyer of Tottenham, or whatever you want to call him. But that's what I'll be using him for. Teddy Bishop, the player made for the more advanced roles, and kind of going forwards rather than going backwards. Johnny Williams, had to put him out wide to accommodate him in this team, but my wingers will be playing a bit more inside, and I'll let them cut inside. To my third transfer target, I think it is. Third, Connor Wickham. I think honestly, he's a really good player, and I think he'd be perfect at Ipswich right now, alongside David McGoldrick, being created by Johnny Williams, Teddy Bishop, Ryan Fraser. And there'll be a lot of crosses put into him. I think that'll suit him really well. David McGoldrick, top quality striker. If he can stay clear of injuries, he'll be the difference between going up and missing out on the playoffs. Next we're going to look into Dean Gherkin. Pretty good goalkeeper, but not as good as Bielkowski anymore. And there've been a few times where he cost us last few years, so a lot of supporters have given up on him right now. Dominic Iorfa is my fourth transfer target. I think we need another right back to back up Luke Chambers. Because Emmanuel's good, but he's not quite this kind of level just yet. The kind of level we need him at to be a championship quality striker. No defender, sorry. Next we're going to move on to Jonas Knudsen. A lot of people don't like him because his throws mean nothing. But late on in games, against little teams, his throw-ins could be really something special. And I think he's actually a pretty good player. Obviously he was the only player to score against Norwich. That's a pretty good achievement for him. Next we're going to move on to my fifth transfer target, I think he is, and that's Martin Odegaard. I think that him to back up Johnny Williams or to back up Teddy Bishop or whatever would be really good because he's got a lot of attacking quality and he could really change the team for the better, really. And he's a really good quality cam. Freddie Sears, not been so good since he's moved out wide. But I'll be playing him down the centre when he comes on. Hopefully he can be the difference between us getting promoted and not. Kevin Brew. He's a good player, but sometimes he doesn't show that at Ipswich. That's why I picked Teddy Bishop ahead of him. I spent a little while choosing which one of them to start, but in the end I went for Bishop, obviously. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, my 6th transfer target. I think he would just be quite a good backup for that right midfield position, and I think you could play him on either side, which would be pretty helpful. Even though he didn't have the greatest of years last year, on FIFA he wasn't that bad. Tom Lawrence has impressed quite a few people at Ipswich already, one of which included me, and he's quite a good player actually. He's got a lot of quality. He can play on the wing, he can probably play up front, he can play centre midfield, he can play a lot of places. Adam Webster lost his place last 3 weeks. Mick realised his experience was a bit better than youth, because he gave Mick a big dilemma in pre-season, because he was really impressive and impressed a lot of supporters. Grant Ward, been impressive since he came in. I think he might be our top goal scorer this year, and he's a really good player actually. I rate him very highly. Obviously he came from my supported club, Tottenham. And in a few years I think we'll be regretting letting him go. Brett Pittman. I don't know about Brett Pittman just yet. He's good, but he's not quite the kind of quality but Connor Wickham and David McGoldrick are. He'll be my backup striker, and probably play when David McGoldrick's away on international duty. Connor Grant, pretty good player. He hasn't played a lot for Ipswich because of injuries, but I think when he does, he'll really shine through. With this team, I think we can get the playoffs with this team. Maybe even get promoted first year. But I just want to see how far I can take it first year. Thanks for watching this, guys. This will probably start next Friday after my Tottenham career. So I hope you can't wait